Hello, and welcome to the News Radar. We begin tonight with a major development in international trade. Once again, tariffs are dominating the headlines, and this time, tensions are rising between the United States and Brazil. In a bold move, former President Donald Trump has threatened to impose a 50% tariff on Brazilian imports, escalating what he describes as a fight against countries that, in his words, undermine U.S. interests. Brazil was singled out in one of more than 20 letters sent this week to foreign governments, outlining sweeping new trade penalties set to take effect on August 1st. The letter accuses Brazil of launching attacks on American tech companies and pursuing political retaliation against its former president, Jair Bolsonaro, who is facing charges related to the 2022 election. These letters, shared publicly via Trump's social media platform, say that each country's tariff rate could be adjusted depending on the strength of its relationship with the U.S., signaling that these threats may be part of a broader negotiation strategy. Trump has argued that these tariffs are meant to strengthen American manufacturing. But in practice, tariffs are paid by U.S. importers, not foreign governments, and are often passed on to consumers. According to recent economic estimates, Americans are now facing an average 17% tax on imported goods, the highest seen in nearly 9 decades. Despite the tariff announcements, Wall Street has shown signs of resilience. The S&P 500 rebounded this week, driven largely by a surge in tech stocks, especially Nvidia, which hit a historic $4 trillion market valuation. Meanwhile, the European Union has not received a tariff letter, but there are strong indications that behind-the-scenes diplomacy is underway. In recent talks, the EU reportedly signaled its willingness to increase defense spending as a trade-off to avoid the harsher tariffs, a strategy that appears to have found favor in Washington. A temporary agreement involving a 10% tariff cap linked to NATO defense contributions may be on the table. Brazil, however, finds itself in a more complicated position. While the U.S. maintains a trade surplus with the country, relations have cooled, especially after Brazil's alignment with other BRICS nations, who recently issued a joint statement criticizing the U.S. and Israel over military actions in Iran, a highly sensitive issue in current global politics. The 50% figure, some analysts suggest, may be more symbolic than literal, a signal from Trump to pressure Brazil back to the negotiating table. As the August 1st deadline approaches, questions remain about how these tariffs will shape both American consumer costs and global economic stability. We will continue to bring you new updates as more information becomes available. Stay with us for the latest updates.